What's up, everybody? Drawdown King. Like that image we got there. I think, which one did we put up today? Let me look in the market and follow up on those options, and that's it. We'll do one more video this weekend. Pretty damn cool, huh? Market getting some momentum. Dropping. Drop side is the real side. If it's not, market's not selling, something wrong. Something wrong if the damn market is not selling. Some damn wrong. Were the final targets, and we had that 64 rebound booms. 06 connected back 42. And actually, we stayed with the yellow bands. Once the yellow bands get control, shit gets messy. 42 down to 26. As you can see, zip. We went right through 47.50, went through 80, went through 06, 47.50 rotation short, and 35. Couldn't quite hit 20 or 06. I was expecting maybe a little further, and then a big run. If we gained back on the 35, I was expecting a push up here to 80 or 94. Couldn't quite get it though. So now we're gonna take a look at Xi Market. Xi Zoo Market. Let's turn this off. We don't need this. At least that one we don't need. I don't know that we need the other one either. We don't know if our drawings are still up here. We hope they are. Those son of a bitches. Let's see if we got them up here. See if our shit is going to bring up or not here. Are we up? Are we up? Oh no. I don't know where that. Thought it was here. Apparently it is not on here, and that's okay. We'll pull up the screenshots here in a bit, and you're going to see that drop under the VWAP. Just kept going. We'll do a naked chart. We don't give a damn. Let's do a 1 month chart. Let's turn this other drawing off. This is just naked charts here for your enjoyment. Everybody likes some nudity. Everybody likes some nudity. Now, if you're pulling up a 1 month chart, wasn't really that dramatic, right? I swore I had those drawings down here. Do we want to get them back up? And the answer is most likely yes, we do want to get them back up. We're going to take some time and just screw around. We got some pins here. Channel doesn't have any pins, and we know that's horse shit. Right here, I swore it was on this, but apparently it is not on this. Okay, so this is on February 13th at 49.80 was our first target, though. 49.80, and you'll see everything. I got videos, I got proof that this is in fact 14.90. Right there, close enough. Is that 49.80? Yeah, close enough. And what was our second target? 49.80. I think it was 3,800. Let's go up here, shall we? Pretty sure it's 3,900, 3,800. Let's watch it here for a second.
Let's get this party started once again. We got some short targets, right?
And hopefully somebody took some of these trades or at least learned something.
On the line there, so we're gonna go through it here real quick for you. get into some shit. We got some Thirsty Thursdays and Frisky Fridays there as well. Looking at March the 28th, expiration plus on.
All right, we'll just have to watch that. We know which strikes it is. We're going to look at those as well and pull up those against where they are now. They would have got cheaper in the meantime as we had a little more upside coming up there.
Looking at that, right? We got the target. Look at 49.80.
All right, 49.80 is my first target. You'll see that right here. We got to save this shit this time. I just didn't save the drawings last time. I don't know why.
Got Thirsty Thursdays. Don't miss that coming next week. Women, no boogies getting drunk. We don't like to see that now, don't we? All right, let's go into this. And you're going to see Frisky Fridays, big women, superhero women. Big
All right.
And here's our target right there, 49.65. You can see it. You can put it in your pipe. You can smoke it, whatever the case.
Yeah, 3,800. I got 3 targets, basically. Let's go ahead and get the next son of a bitch in this. 3,800. Close enough, damn it. And then my final target is down here, way downtown. Downtown Julie Brown. You ever heard of her? Check her out. She was a sexy gal. All right, that's it. Now save it. All changes saved. It says my changes saved. So I'm not sure why they're not saved now. So there we go, 1,800, and that was all the way back into 2000 and we had a few there back in 2014, 15. So it takes us about 10 years back into the history books, the full target. We got this 3,800 here. Still got some ways to go before we hit 49.80, as you can see. And there's several other here, but that's the main target. That's the only ones I care about. 49.80, 3,800, and 1,800 for the big gusto. 1,800 will take us down further than the COVID drop, as you'll notice. That was the COVID bullshit drop right there, the horse shit. Horse and monkey shit. And then you can see, I don't think we're going down to 1,000. I don't even know that we'll come down here to 1,600. But 1,800's a damn good bam. You get some good bargains along these, and you'll get some bounces before then as well. Obviously, let's save that again. Because we were not saved prior. We don't know why I didn't save. All right, let's get out of the monthly and go into a different time frame here. We'll go into a weekly. Weekly time frame. Don't look that bad on a weekly to get that 49.80 now, does it? Naked charts. Naked charts. Let's go ahead and put our top side level here too. For now. It may change. They may push it back up. Just because we got this here today doesn't mean that they're not going to push it back up. Keep that in mind. All right, close enough there. You had basically a triple top pattern, and you can see that area around 6,000. So I thought we would have got down to 20 or 06. 6,000 looks like a good area for a bounce if we don't grab that. 60.35 coming into the session there as well. You're going to see some areas like that's a big one right here, right at 55.90 to 6,000. You're going to see that, and you see some support right here at 57.80. And I'm definitely looking at this gap fill between 54 and 58. So 54.94, 58, 94, 58, 94. Coincidentally, those are numbers. You don't have to have anything in your charts. If you want, just play it naked. Just play it just like this. Who cares? And let's get back out of this just a little bit further. I mean, or narrow it down or zoom in, zoom out. Let's look at a 4-hour chart here. Start seeing some fun stuff on this 4-hour chart, especially where they gap down there. Remember that? Remember that big gap down there? Your gap down was between 59.86 to 6,058. See that? So we've definitely came into an area of that gap. They come down here and fill it further. We technically have already filled it up. We're going to come back and retest that full gap area. And really, that'd be 59.50, just to be honest with you. So you do have some support here at 26 to 35. You can see that right there. See 35 right there to here. So from here to here, you've got some area that could be grabbed for support, which is where they came into today. And you're going to see a bunch of this. You know, I kept talking about the warning shots. That was 1, 2, 3, right? I mean, you had technically more. You had this one here, 1. That was a big warning shot. You had this. This is still bullish. You had the warning shot there, 2. I mean, how many of these do you need before you start getting cautious and being like, you know what? Looks like they're going to short that son of a bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. They gave you 4 warning shots there, and then they just brought it up, and then you even had technically a 5th one too. So you have between 4 to 6 warning shots, and then boom, today. So they're only going to give you so many of those, as you can see over here. You know, we'll take it out further. Let's go back even further here. Right? Let's go back even further here. Look, my candles are red there. See that? This one was contract rollover. So boom, that was a big, huge warning. We'll call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had almost 10 warning shots. And you start getting these, you know, of course you can go long, but you got to be very mindful and respectful that they're going to come back in. So there's no magic to predicting markets other than looking in and seeing what they're doing. Okay, boom. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to be looking for shorts when opportunities and areas start becoming exhausted, right? And they came back in here. You see that gap up, full fill. And then what they do here, filled a partial of that gap back to here, right? Sold off, and then you kept playing right in here. That was a big number right there at 60, 58. And then you pushed up a little higher. See, that was the high previously, right? Contract rollover, boom. And you broke that twice right here and here. And every time you came up, you know, in this area, boom. See that? Boom. Up, boom. Came up again. Warning shot. Boom, boom. So that's all you need to know. Support resistance, double tops, triple tops. They keep selling off an area. You got to be very careful. You don't have to have anything in your charts. I've got a bunch of levels just for patterns, but you could just as easily look at this and just play it by eye. Play it by volume, play it by eye. Let's go down 1 hour. We're going to look at those options, and then we're going to conclude this session here. My battery in the phone's about dead as well. So, since I'm on a 1 hour, I'm going to go ahead and drop these right on here. And this was the VWAP, so it gets down above. And the interesting thing today, you know, usually it's been rebounding, right? Gets a little further extended, rides it around, above, down, shot down back up. And this right here, it rode it in a very narrow range. And you already had that warning shot yesterday, boom. They came back in, and just sort of a weird session there in the overnight, as you can see. See that? Let's go back in a little further now, shall we? And if you're looking at it hourly, which I definitely highly advise you keep that up, you're going to see up, and then it came down, tested. A lot of people thought this was bullish, and it was. And then you had this right here. So even in this, you had boom, boom, boom. Final push up here, right? And into this bar. So you already had this. They already took back basically of this candle in particular. We'll say from that candle from here to here, like what, 75 to 80% of that candle got picked back up there. Right? And it just clear shot out and then sewed right down. Let's get down into the nitty gritty here in a 15 minutes. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Remember them? I don't really remember the songs. And you can see how I was riding that VWAP. Oh, and this right here, this is really sort of a warning. Right here. They picked it back up and covered. Boom. Right there. See this? So this is all normal. Chop, 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 chop. Grab it. Up. And then this started getting a little skewed right in here. See that? You had this. Boom. So they didn't grab it up and then run it and then come back test or any of this. As you'll notice here, they had a tendency, they rode it and then had this candle. As you can see, this, which is interesting, down like this and then down here. They did rebound, but then they tested again lower. So they didn't get a higher high. You had a lower high here. And you did test right there. So a lot of people looking at double bottoms here, even a triple bottom. Then you had this wild candle. This was this Friday this morning at 7:15? Okay. Up. And you looking up again, but you had to take in consideration this previous drop, right? Are they going to give it back? You didn't really get... Now this was okay, but this was sort of weird, as you can see there. This whole area here and that. The whole move was weird, and this started getting a little weird. You didn't regain, you didn't come back in and retest some of these areas and then build and slow down. They just came back in to fill a lot of that drop, but in a very weird manner. And you're going to see, and we called it, like, we were talking about it for a week, and you're going to see right there, boom, tried to regain, boom, right? And this was really a final blowout right here between this 60-47, 60-50 here. Came back in to 26 and rode that 26 to 35 for a good portion of the day. Pushed slightly higher, trying to go for that 60-42, but couldn't quite take it out. So keep that in mind. And do your analysis, especially your long-term analysis. Get all your shit off your charts, except for a few key levels, and just look at it at least once or twice a week. Even if you got a bunch of shit on your charts, take it off and then look at them with nothing on it. It will definitely help you. Like these here, these are great. Those levels work amazing, but look at it without anything on it. Now let's look at the options. We are going to go into Spy. I don't know if these are linked or not. I don't know if that's linked or not. Okay, they all switched over here. Now let's go take a look at our feed and the couple options that we had listed for you people. Yo, 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 hippie yo, yo. I think I'm still running. Am I still running? Yeah, I'm still running here. Had a little bit of a slowdown there. We won't talk about that. So, what are we looking at? 520s. These are... Alright. People, March 28th. Is this the ones I'm looking at? Okay. So these are March 28th, 520s. Those are 84 by 86. March 28th, 520s. March 28th. Let's see where they're at now. Let's look at all. March 28th. Okay, 520s. These look $1.03. But those had a 70% gain. So if you got in them, that was screenshotted last week, by the way. I don't know if I can screenshot. Let's see if I can link this over in widget. Alright, let's see. I think I can color code this shit. Let's just take a look here, shall we? Let's say I'm on 9 here. And we're in the 520s. It's the 520s here. Alright. 9. Okay, I'm not sure what the hell happened there. But you can see that those are eroded quite a bit. And they were like 80 something. Like if you got them today or the last few days, that was the 18th. You could have got them for about 60 cents and almost 100%. So, I mean, I'm not saying that was the most amazing trade in the world by any means. How did I get back to where I was at? But it was pretty good. You could have got closer to in the money. Could have got closer to in the money there. And let's see what the other ones were, shall we? Alright, let's go back to last week. I've got to manually look this up now. Alright, what are we looking up now? Here. Okay, I gotta scroll back. I'm gonna get off here once I get that other strike. It's 7:39. I gotta charge my phone up a little bit too. Join the Discord there if you're not already in here. Jump in. All right. 5:35. April 17th. April 17th. 5:35 putts. And you could always have layered in some weeklies, but I'm not going to post weeklies here. Alright, so they're like 235. Where were they? Right here at, let's take a look, shall we? They were like $2 at that time. And I said wait till Tuesday to Thursday to get them to them. April 17th, 5:35. Let's send this over to the group here. April 17th, 535s. And there you go. They sort of based around $1.40. Well, you see $1.40 there, almost exact, right? And they went from $1.40 to $2.40. Not quite 100%. Pretty good gains, though. And if you took either one of them, no matter where you got in this week, because I didn't post them at the end of day on Friday, and Monday was holiday, so you couldn't have got in them to the 18th, right? So if you got in them on the 18th, which is right here, the most you would have paid for them would be like $1.54, right? On the 19th now, you're going to see the 20th. So you did have that pullback. So, but you would have got in somewhere between $1.50 and $1.40 and $1.60. You would have had to have. And if you'd have held, you would have made some good money on those. You could have went closer in the money. You could have played weekly options, a few of these along with that. But those were two good plays. They're still in play right now. I mean, they could definitely come back down and fill this gap. That's not to say they can't, but those are two good plays. I don't post a lot of option plays, but when I do, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to make money. You might not make $1 billion, but if you put like $2,000 on it, I mean, you almost got, so you probably would have made about $1,500 to $1,800 roughly, with very minimal risk, So that's what I got. I'm gonna get back out of here. Let's go. Not sure how to change this. ES futures. See if I can do that here. Stocks. Yes. Okay. All right. So ES. We're back on ES. So there were some winning trades. A lot of great information and data provided for no cost to you. Let's start getting the participation up here. That is 72. Wish we could lock the drawings here, but we can't. So 72, and I'm out of here. That's all I got. We looked at some naked charts. We did various time frames. We looked at some patterns along with the VWAP. We looked at the options that posted last week, which was virtually zero risk. I mean, very minimal risk at most. So hopefully somebody enjoyed those, or you played something else. You played futures, you played some zero DTE options today. Let's take a look at some zero DTEs real quick. What happens when I do this into... Go over there. Okay. Dun, 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 yada, dun, dun. Let's say you're on the 21st today, and you had you were on SPY. Right here. Right, let's say you got in, you were in that shit this morning. Let's say you were somewhere in here and you got the 607s or 608s. Let's just say you went a little bit of the money at that time. 607s, 608s. Let's get into this shit. Let's say you got the 607s. Even if you got the 605s, but let's say if you got the 607s, for instance. 607 puts. Now, if you played those, I mean, those had a low this morning of 38 cents, and they went to 750. So, see what you could have done there would have been just incredible, if you'd have been up and at them this morning and playing some of those options. You would have just loved it. Even if you got the 605s, let's check those out. Let's check out the 605s, shall we? And the 605s, those are like 18 cents. So if you got 5 of them, you know, 5, and you got 5, that's $2,500 off of a $180 investment. So, yeah, that was a big one there. Boom, boom. Let's say you went way out the hell there, and you went down to the 600s. Did we even go below 600 at one point? Oh, right, yeah. Let's say you got the, well, that was 605s. We already looked at the 605s, right? Let's look at the 600s just for one quick moment here, shall we? That's the 600s right there. Those were 3 cents a piece. $3 went to 123. So every $3 you had, you made $100 had you held to that whole move there. Massive, massive, massive gain. Of course, you know, once you got that 58 cents, you may not have let them come back here, but, you know, 3 cents. Let's look at one strike even further out, and I'm going to go. Let's just see what some of the SPX options did as well. Let's say you did the 5.99s. Those went from a penny to 78. So every dollar you put in there, you could have made $77. See that? Big one. Now let's look at SPX, and we are done, people. All right, let's take a look here. SPX. Thought I typed in SPX, didn't I? There we go. 61. Let's say you got the 60/60s. Where do these bastards end up at today? 60/60s. Those were $1.46 and went to 9. Right? So you probably would have wanted, that's sort of tricky. SPY looks like it was a better option to, see, went to the 6100s. Let's just take a gander here, shall we? And this is an hourly chart, by the way, so keep that in mind. 6100s went from 380 to 25, so yeah, I still think SPY was probably a better thing to do there. Let's go ahead and get our shit back up here. We looked at some options. We looked at some futures. We looked and recapped our options picks from last week, which were big winners. We looked at some daily options. The SPY was definitely the way to go. And really, things are looking good here. So, love that short side. We love a drop. We love a sell down. And we're out of here. Hopefully, help you make some money, or just went over some topics that have some interest to you in pursuing this, or learn, or you paper traded, or you just doing for entertainment. But I'm glad we're able to provide you some information here. Have a great day, everybody. Drawdown King.